Wow, well, that's been 10 days of my life. Saw an Elton John film back in the end of November.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
I did a 2-week tour of Britain, made some connections with 20 schools.
Don't have much money,
but 10 days ago, we launched the Art Connects 19 Festival, inspired by the Culture Minister, Jeremy Wright, who gave us the idea to co-create and co-fund a festival in 30 days. 1st of January, we announced it. 30th of January, we had the launch event in Parliament, which was just incredible.
This one's for you.
That young lad who we gave the train set to came down and spoke in Parliament alongside cultural leaders and heroes in this local community like Charlie Phillips.
An event like this is absolutely overdue because growing up as a kid, and I've been from a working class family as well, we've never had access to the arts.
We had a week of events, the Our Art 19 events in schools across the country last week, where they just ran their own events, nothing to do with us. We just gave them some artwork for some banners that they put on the wall. Friday, we had some events down here in London. Friday night, Jimmy Rotherham came down, the music teacher from Bradford, who's been shortlisted for the Global Teacher Award to win $1 million, who is now talking to the schools minister, Mr. Nick Gibb, about how British education, how British creative education music might be enhanced and be even better. We talked on the next day actually about how important creativity is in education, teaching creative subjects as well as teaching creatively. We put a call out to Mr. Gibb because we acknowledged that the schools minister is passionate about art and creativity because he's finding money here and there. We also believe that he's possibly, I don't want to say misguided, but I guess I have, in terms of his view on a knowledge-rich only view, which feels a bit binary to us, and we hope that's going to change with people. And the fact that Mr. Gibb is talking to people like Jimmy implies that might change. We had a fantastic day at Kensington Aldridge Academy, a school that puts creativity first at the heart of the community there in North Kensington. We heard from some great speakers. We had a party last night under the Westway in an art gallery come nightclub called West Bank. Fantastic time there. And then today we've been here on the other side of the tracks, if you like, at White City Place, the definition of gentrification, if you like. And we discussed today that gentrification doesn't have to be a dirty word as long as it's done consensually with the community. And we've had the community come over. Young artists like Livingston have come from Ladbroke Grove, where he grew up, where he said his education was on the street. He's come over here to White City today, giving out flyers on the streets today to get people to come to this pop-up family fun day. Amazing couple of days. And it's all really been inspired, well, not all of it, inspired by a number of things, but the Art Connects. Art is what we call it when what we do might connect us. That vibe has been inspired by Seth Godin's book, Here It's Your Turn, because it's your turn. If you want to make a difference, you've got to get up, you've got to do something. You've got to stand up for what you care about. If you value art, not just painting, drawing, dancing, not just the stuff you see in the National Portrait Gallery, which represents a certain period of history. If you represent the work of street artists like Banksy or JR in France, who's printed thousands of posters around the world for people, who's printed hundreds for us. We had 400 posters delivered on Friday that we're going to be fly posting around London and the rest of the UK in the next few weeks. If you value that, we'd love you to be a part of Steamco. I talked today about another book that Seth Godin published, The Icarus Deception, about the story of Icarus, how he was told not to fly too high and too close to the sun because his wings might melt. But the part of that story that's often forgotten is he was also told not to fly too low, not too close to the sea. We've got to teach our children to aim high, to not be afraid to fly too close to the sun as long as it's safe, to get them to push boundaries, to challenge, to be passionate. And that's what we mean by art. We mean helping young people find what it is that they want to be great at and help them pursue that dream. The other book, a bit like the Icarus Deception is about a man or a boy who made wings and wanted to make like a bird. This book here, David Arman, My Dad's a Birdman. I get a lot of resonance from this book because it it reminds me sometimes of myself. This project's driving my family around the bend, I'm sure, and I'm obsessed with it. It's been full on. The last month, I've barely seen my family. And my son's got GCSEs this year. This is a story about a dad who eats birdseed in the garden. He wears wings to make his daughter happy, to inspire, to make her have a dream, to make her follow her dreams. He wants to wear wings and fly across the River Tyne. I've been across the River Tyne on this project. I've got friends up that way. I've got friends in Liverpool who I saw this week. I've got friends all across the country. And if you want to support what we're doing, if you want to be a part of Art Connects 19, if you want to be part of Art Connects, if you want to be part of the STEAMco movement, you can be a part of it with your art. Whatever it is that you do that connects you to somebody else, for £1. As Gaz Mail, who's got a band in here in Notting Hill in Ladbroke Grove called the Trojans, he gave us use of a song called Brother Can You Spare a Pound? And if you can spare £1, you can be a patron, not just a patron, but a patron of STEAMco. For £1, we'll list your name in the next page of the STEAMco newspaper. We'll find a page in there and we'll just list everybody who's put some money in to be a patron. For £10, we'll send you a copy of that because we've got to pay to get these printed. So this is all a carefully calculated financial model, because everything you've seen this weekend, we couldn't get corporate sponsorship. We were too late. People like Google have been very generous in the past, but we missed the budget cycles. We couldn't get Arts Council grants funding because we announced on the 1st of January and they need 6 weeks. The Guardian have stepped up and said, if you're a patron of STEAMco, we'll print your name in here as well. So on February the 23rd at the moment, although we might move that back, The Guardian is going to give us a full-page advert that you can put your name on. And judging by some of the photography that we've had on this project, amazing photography from Parliament and over the rest of the event, I'd love to see a double-page spread, eyewitness pictures of the week. I'd love to see one of those pictures. Maybe we'll get one in there next week, I don't know. But certainly, and I think it's quite ironic actually, that in this particular issue of The Guardian I got yesterday, it says rise up and join CND today, the campaign for nuclear disarmament. It's got a load of names of people in there. Mike Croker, Jenny and Michael Astor, Walter Wolfgang. If you believe in art, if you believe in the power of creativity, technology and people, if you want your name on a list like that, in The Guardian, maybe in The Times, maybe in The Sun, maybe in the Evening Standard, maybe in the Metro, if they'll give us a page as well, go to the website, steamco.org.uk/patron, P-A-R-T-O-N. I can honestly say I've pushed myself in my life, but I've never felt more shattered than I am now. But certainly never more excited, having met some of the people I've met this weekend on the last few weeks, the last month, the last year. And somebody said to me yesterday, why don't you publish a book? And I'm going to do that. I'm going to publish a book called Art. You what?